Let's have a look at question 1, product. Now, this is a really important question because it sets the tone for your entire submission. This is where you have the opportunity to paint the picture for the judges about what you actually do and what you offer. So question 1A asks you to provide a general overview of the nature and history of your attraction. One of the things that you can do to really engage the judge in this response is to tell a story. Tell a story about something really unique to do with your business. It may be that you offer accommodation in train carriages, and those train carriages are historical and they have been relocated from a famous railway station. So tell us the story of your journey, how you got those train carriages. Likewise, if you're entering in the ecotourism category, maybe you've entered that category because you have an endangered green frog on your property. Tell us about the green frog. Tell us about the story. Tell us about the why. This is how you can communicate your passion and enthusiasm for what you're doing. If you can identify up front what makes you different, so what is your unique selling proposition, that will help the judges understand the tone of your submission moving forward. So try and help them understand what makes you different. What makes you stand out from the crowd and stand out from your competitors? A tip in answering this question is also to include a map. So consider if you're located in a particular town which may or may not be high profile, show the judges on a map where you're located. Now, the sort of map might be, think about your local visitor information centre and their visitor's guide. They often have terrific maps that show where your township is located from the nearest large geographic centre. For example, it might be from Melbourne, it might be from Sydney, it might be from Canberra, or it could be from Queensland. Make sure you tell us how far you are from the nearest major cities or any major landforms so that we have a context of where you're located. Also describe to us what your locality is like, what your business is like. Set the scene here so that we understand. If you're a unique boutique accommodation property and you're a husband and wife team that has developed the business, tell us that. If you're a large organisation that operates in the Inland Tourism Awards regions, tell us that. What we need you to do is set the context for us of your business. So to summarise this response, we'd really like you to capture the feel of your business, communicate your pride and your passion in what you're doing, and help us understand who you are and why you've done what you've done. So to summarise this response, we'd really like you to capture the feel of your business, communicate your pride and your passion in what you're doing, and help us understand who you are and why you've done what you've done. To help, ensure that you include a photo, a hero image of your business, so that up front we can understand what it is that we're reading. Question 1 on product, part B, asks you to describe your services and facilities. Now, we spoke in detail about this a moment ago when we were looking at the examples for flowcharts. And I think the important features to remember in answering this question is clearly distinguishing between what a service is and what a facility is. A further tip that I can provide you is because this question asks you to describe, not list, make sure that you don't just give us a long list of dot points about the services that you have. I encourage you, if you use dot points, to provide some dialogue for us. If you provide a volunteer guide service to go around your tourist attraction, tell us about the value of the guides. What makes that a great service that you offer? Is it that all of the guides have been fully trained in your particular industry segment? So focus back on those tangible and intangible aspects to your services and facilities. For those of you that are entering into other categories, you may be asked to include here also what tourism experiences you offer. Now, when you do your brainstorming, you might recall I talked about sometimes there's other bits of information that comes up. This is where the other pieces of information may fit, because it may be related to your tourism experiences. And that leads us on to part C of product, which is what tourism experiences do you offer? And what we're seeking to understand here is what are those experiential, those moments that people take away with them. They can't necessarily touch it, they can't feel it, but they will walk away from your business remembering the fantastic vista out over the Mundi Plains. It may be that the experience of being with a small group, a like-minded group on a four-wheel drive trip was the key experience that you offered. It may be that you have Indigenous tour guides who come along to interpret your local area. It may be that your tourism experience is around your local produce, all being within a 100-kilometre radius of your restaurant. And the focus has been on creating dining experiences which use that local produce. So think about experiences as something that people engage in. It's something where they walk away with a memory. They may not walk away with something in their hand, but it's something that they participate in. And likewise, you might talk about here packages that you offer with other tourism suppliers to create a unique experience.